Look, I'm sorry I've been so quiet tonight. It's just, I can't get my mind off of Grace.
It's okay, Sam. I understand. You're afraid that the real reason that Grace went away with David isn't to prove that she still loves you, but rather to see if she still has feelings for David. And if she does, then... I'm sorry, I shouldn't even suggest that as a possibility.
No, Ivy, you're right. You know, it's hard to admit, but I thought the same thing. That's what killed me about Grace going away with David on this trip. I mean, the idea of her being alone with Hastings, the man she once loved enough to marry, just makes me nuts.
But Grace doesn't remember loving David.
Yeah, but just what you said earlier. I mean, what if she starts to? What if Grace's feelings for David come back to her?
Well, I'm glad I decided to trust David and stay in the same room with him. It's the only way I can find out about my past and move on with my future. David? David? Are you all right? David? Oh my God, you're shooting drugs.
TC, about what you said at dinner. I mean, I don't want Whitney to be with Chad either, but I can't believe that you would disown your own daughter if she chose to be with him.
Eve, I wouldn't want to, but I would. I mean, Whitney has left me no choice. I've made too many sacrifices for her to throw her life away on some street punk.
Honey, he may be from the street, but he is not a punk. That boy took a bullet for me. And he saved Whitney's life more than once.
You know what? I don't care what he's done to try to prove that he's respectable to us. He is nothing but a lowlife. He seduced our daughter, Eve. Now he's got Whitney thinking of some crazy idea of being a singer so he can lure her away from us.
Honey, I'm not defending him. It's just that Whitney's of legal age now, and she doesn't need our permission, and she doesn't need our approval to be with Chad.
Legally, no. But we have given Whitney everything. We have given her a safe home. We have raised her to know God and His love. And we have given her every material thing that she has ever wanted. That's all I'm saying is, as her parents, I want her to understand our feelings. We only want the best for her. And the best isn't Chad Harris.
What are you doing?
I wish I had flowers and a ring with me. Actually, I had a ring, but it didn't work out. But those are just things. What I'm talking about is real. It's honest. It's from the heart. I love you, Whitney. More than I thought I could ever love another human being. I want to spend my life with you. Will you do me the honor of being my wife? Will you marry me? This cannot be happening. Marry me, Whitney. Say you'll be my wife.
Okay, stop it. Wait, you two can't get engaged.
Anything?
No, nothing. I covered all the gardens up to the rear of the mansion. There's no sign of anyone.
Well, I checked the stables, the garages, the greenhouse. Everything seems normal.
Yeah, and I checked all the outbuildings. I can't believe whoever's outside the cottage got away.
Maybe they didn't. None of the patrols that I called in have seen anyone outside of the estate.
Wait a minute, you don't think they're still on the grounds, do you?
I don't know, maybe the perp's hiding in a tree.
Or in the garden maze.
All right, we gotta split up and keep searching, all right? Because if this person is still on the estate who's after Sheridan, and I think that she is, we gotta find her before she finds Sheridan, okay?
This is our chance to get Blondie out of here. and into the pit at your house before anyone realizes she's been kidnapped. Once they realize our suitcase and passport are missing, they'll think Sheridan left to have her baby at peace.
It's still too risky. The men are out there on the ground searching for you right now, and Gwen's gonna be back with the tea any minute.
Shut up and hurry up. I'll have Blondie out of here before the other blonde has time to bruise squat.
It's Gwen. She's back with the tea. What are we gonna do? If she finds us like this, we're done for.
Sheridan? Sheridan, I made some tea. Is it okay if I bring it in?
We gotta do something fast. She can't see us like this.
Well, Sheridan and Beth must be in the bathroom talking. I guess I'll just go in. I mean, what harm could it do?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on those little birds I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Now, part of me can't help but worry that Grace will remember loving David. And if she does, I don't know what I'd do.
Well, I hate to say this, but I think that going back to the place where they spent their honeymoon could trigger something in Grace. If not specific memories, then perhaps just the feeling she had for David at the time.
Come on, spit it out, Ivy. Grace could remember loving David.
Well, yes. I mean, beside the fact that it's a second honeymoon, David is charming and he's handsome and he loves Grace. And let's face it, Grace has made no secret of the fact that she has feelings for David. Who's to say what could make those feelings turn to love?
Oh, my God. I made a bad situation worse.
How?
I was wrong to tell Grace that we were finished if she left with David. You know, I'm afraid that my ultimatum could end up costing me my wife.
Well, Sam, you said what you said out of love. Surely deep down, Grace knows that.
Thanks for trying to make me feel better, but all I've done is push Grace into David's arms. She probably doesn't think there's anything that's stopping her from being with him right now, thanks to me and my big mouth. Why should she? Grace has every reason to feel love for David. It's all my fault.
I can't believe my eyes. You're doing heroin.
Grace.
Look, I mean, look at you. A tourniquet, a needle in your hand. You're an addict. You're a heroin addict.
If you could just let me
Oh my God, it just makes sense now. I mean, you were sweaty and shaky when we came back to the room. Those are the first signs of withdrawal. So the first chance you had, you came in here to get your fix, your disgusting, filthy fix.
Grace, it's not what you think.
Oh, yeah, right. You know, David, I may live in a small town with a simple life, but I know what goes on in the world, and you are an addict, a heroine, no less.
Please.
Drugs are the one thing that I can't tolerate, that I don't abide. You knew that. And you made me believe that you felt the same way. Oh, God, we just talked about this. I mean, how fortunate we are that John and my other children don't do drugs. I mean, we talked about how disgusting it is when parents lecture their children about doing drugs and then do them themselves, and here you are shooting up? Damn you, David! Damn you for lying!
God, careful, Gwen. You don't want to spill anything. Beth, what are you doing?
Man, what's going on? Where do you get off telling me and Whitney we can't get engaged?
Yeah, Fox, I mean, what does it matter to you?
You know, I've always loved beautiful things. you, Whitney Russell. You are a beautiful woman. Very beautiful. I'm sorry. You guys have it all wrong. It's not that I don't want you two to get engaged. That's not it. It's just the timing. What? Why rush this?
Who's rushing? Whitney and I have been together for a long time. I love her, and I know she's the one that I want to spend the rest of my life with. So why wait? My feelings for Whitney will never change.
That's good. That's all fine and good. And that's great, actually. But, Chad, up until a few minutes ago, Whitney wasn't even sure she wanted to move with you to LA. And now you're talking marriage? I just don't want you to, you know, do anything rash. Make a mistake you're gonna regret.
How could getting married be a mistake if Whitney and I love each other?
Which we do.
Did I just hear that you two are planning to get married? Liz, do TC and Eve know about this?
If Whitney insists on being with a punk that we disapprove of, then that's her choice. Then it will be my choice to close the door on her for good.
No, TC. No, I can't believe you're serious.
Sweetheart, I'm dead serious, and I'm sorry to say this. But I cannot stand by and let Whitney throw her life away on some punk like Chad. She still has a future in tennis left. She has championships, she has product endorsements, she has everything. The sky is the limit. If she can turn her back on her own family for this punk, then I can turn my back on her, no matter how hard it is.
So you want me to think that you could break your own daughter's heart that way?
Well, you know what, sweetheart? Maybe disowning her will make her come to her senses.
So what is this, TC? Your version of tough love?
Honey, you can call it what you like, okay? But I'm dead serious. This kills me to say this. But I am not gonna stand by and let Whitney ruin her life. And I'm not gonna let her ruin it with Chad Harris.
Well, from the looks on your faces, you guys came up empty-handed too.
Still nothing.
Not a trace. Damn it. Now, how could this woman have gotten away? I mean, if that's who it is, I called for security the second that we saw that gate open.
I called the guards at the main gate right after that.
Look, whoever it was, they must have snuck out another way.
You know what? We got to put a stop to this. We got to find this person, whoever it is that's after Sheridan.
Yeah, well, I'm with you on that, because the longer they're out there, the more danger the Sheridan's in. We just got to do everything we can to keep her safe.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, me too.
Now I wish I could get my hands on whoever's behind this. I'll make them sorry for the day they were ever born.
Beth, what happened to Sheridan?
She just fell asleep. I was just tucking her in.
She's really out cold.
You have no idea.
Take that, you blondie. Now that you're finished, Beth and I can start over.
I knew this would end badly.
It wouldn't be a problem if you hadn't made such a stink about my knocking out Blondie. I would have been out of here long before she woke up.
Yeah, but she is waking up, so what are we gonna do now?
Plan B.
Is that what I think it is?
Yep, chloroform. Number 2 sees Sheridan's suitcase. She'll know something's up. I need to get Beth to get her out of here. And fast.
I'm so glad Sheridan took a nice, relaxing bath. I knew it would help her unwind so she could finally get some rest.
Yeah, well, I think that she's out for the night.
Now,
if we could only find who's out to get her, that would certainly go a long way in helping her relax.
You know what? I bet the men are gonna be back soon. Maybe we should go out in the living room.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We certainly don't want them barging in here waking Sheridan up.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
Wait. Why is Sheridan's suitcase out? Beth?
Look, as much as I'd like to, I just can't blame David and Grace for what's happening. I all but pushed Grace into David's arms.
Look, Sam, don't beat yourself up about this. Look, I know you love Grace, but maybe you've been right about her all along. Maybe she did go away with David to see if they still have some kind of connection, a love, lust, I don't know. But maybe Grace hasn't been totally honest with you.
Look, I know you're trying to help, but don't talk about my wife like that.
But she's not your wife, Sam. She's David's wife. Look, it's no secret that I care about you. I always have, and I always will. And I'm not here to disparage Grace. I just hate to see you beat yourself up over something that Grace has chosen to do. Grace is the one who went away with David. No one forced her to do that. I certainly wouldn't have done what she's done. I don't think Eve Russell would do it. Come to think of it, what woman would go away with another man on a second honeymoon unless it was to have a fling?
Look, I could see Grace wondering what it would be like to be with another man, but she would never act on it.
Even if that man was her first love and legally her husband?
Oh.
Sam, I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm saying this as a friend. We were each other's first love. We were each other's first lover. We would be together today. We would have raised Ethan if it hadn't been for Allison.
What's your point, Ivy?
My point is that I know you, Sam. I know you through and through. You are upset because you think that Grace might be off having a fling with David, a fling that could reignite their love and send any chance you have of a future with Grace up in smoke.
All the time you let me sing your praises. Tell you what a fine man you are, what a wonderful father you were, when all you could probably think about is getting your next fix, feeding your addiction so you could continue to fool me and John and everyone in Harmony.
No, Grace, let me explain.
Oh, explain what, David? You told me that you were against drugs, and in fact, you are a junkie. Oh, God, I mean, John's father is a junkie. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful.
Grace, please.
Please what? What, help you shoot up? Help you dispose of your needles properly? Rot in hell, David. No, I can't believe you could lie to me about this. That you could deceive me for this long. Oh my... If you could lie to me about this, you could lie to me about anything. So is it all a lie, David? Everything? I mean, our marriage, our life together, is it all just one big lie?
Did I hear you correctly? You and Chad are planning on getting married?
Well, Chad just now proposed to me, so Mom and Dad don't know anything yet.
I see. So what did you say?
She hasn't given me an answer yet. Fox is trying to talk us out of it.
Really? Why?
Well, I don't think now's the right time, that's all. You guys, marriage is tough. Okay, and I know that you want to give it your all. The only thing is, you both have a lot going on right now. Moving to LA together is huge.
What? Wait a minute. Now you're gonna go out west with Chad and not wait the 6 months that your parents asked you to?
Yeah, I finally decided that I can't be apart from Chad.
I think you will be.
How so, Fox?
Chad's gonna make it in the music business. He is. And, you know what that means? He's gonna be working long hours, 7 days a week. And you're gonna be on your own. You're gonna be starting over with no family or friends to lean on. That's a change. You're both gonna be under a lot of pressure. Okay, and I'm not sure you need the added stress and responsibility of a marriage to boot. And then there's how your parents are gonna feel about this. I mean, to them, You're not only breaking a promise to stay in harmony for 6 months, but you're actually gonna leave as Chad's wife?
Fox has a point.
Now, that's one way of looking at things, but...
No, Chad. I mean, come on, Fox could be right. And Liz agrees with him.
Are you saying that you don't want to marry me?
That's Sheridan's suitcase. I hadn't even noticed it.
My God, it's packed.
Really?
Well, Sheridan was upset earlier, and she said the only way she thought she could escape her problems was to leave Harmony, but I didn't take her seriously. I mean, after all, where would she go?
Calm down, all right? Calm down. Now tell me what your plan is, all right? What are you going to do with Sheridan?
Not me. We. We're gonna carry her back to your house and put her in the pit, just like we planned.
Charlie, no, it is too soon.
Not for my plan, it's not. Look, I have been listening to you for ages. How we're gonna kidnap Sheridan and put her in the pit, and then we're gonna leave her there until the baby is born, and then we're supposed to take the baby and make out like it's our own.
Yes, okay. That is the plan, and it's a good plan.
I agree. It's a good plan. I think it's time we got started!
Okay, well, we gotta get Sheridan out of here.
Yeah, and into the pit.
All right. But first, we gotta make it look like she left of her own accord.
How are we gonna do that?
Pack her up. Well, don't just stand there, Charlie.
What should I do?
Get her passport. That'll make it look like she left the country.
Passport, right.
I can't imagine where Sheridan would go if she left on the spur of the moment.
Wait. I know what this is about.
You do?
Our Lamaze instructor told us to have a suitcase packed and ready for when labor starts and it's time to go to the hospital.
That must be it.
Still, though, I mean, Sheridan's jumping the gun a little bit.
Well, maybe with all the stress that she's been under, she just wanted to get it out of the way, you know, have one less thing to worry about.
Maybe so.
Well, it's too bad that Sheridan fell asleep before she could enjoy the tea that you brought her, but maybe we should just go on to the living room before we wake her up.
It's a good idea. I'm sure Sheridan will rest better if she's alone.
Yeah. It was close. It was too close. You've got to get out of here now.
I'm not leaving without Sheridan.
What? You can't be serious.
Hey, I'm calling shots now, remember? Now look, you keep the other blonde busy while I get Sheridan out of here.
No. Are you sure you know what you're doing? Because if we get caught...
I'm not gonna get caught.
Beth, are you coming?
Yeah, I'll be right there. I was just making sure Sheridan's all tucked in. Right, now hurry. Get Sheridan out of here before the guys get back. And don't forget the damn suitcase.
You are my passion for life.
It is so awful to hear you even talk about disowning Whitney. The two of you have always been so close.
Sweetheart, it pains me too, okay? You and I have done a great job on raising Whitney and Simone. I mean, Whitney and Simone know right from wrong. Well, hell, they used to until Chad came along and started messing with their minds and telling them lies and things, trying to pit one against each other like he's some damn prize. You know, sometimes I wish that bullet that he took for you would have taken him out. Now this mess would have happened.
TC, that's an absolutely hideous thing to say.
Sweetheart, I'm so sorry for saying that. I really am. But this is just my frustration talking right now. Once Chad is in LA, Whitney will realize that he wasn't right for her. And then she will get rid of that punk for good.
I hope you're right, TC. I agree that Chad has filled Whitney's head with These notions about being a singer, which I am not going to allow. She's not going to be involved in any seedy kind of life like that. So I guess the sooner Chad goes to LA, the better.
Got that right, sweetheart. Come on, let's go.
Whitney, are you saying you don't want to marry me?
Come on, Whitney, do it. Tell Chad to take a hike.
No. I'm saying maybe we should think about what Fox is saying. We should have a long engagement. Or live together first for a little while. But of course I want to marry you. I'm so in love with you.
Does that mean you accept my proposal?
Yes. Chad Harris, I would love to be your wife.
Searched the entire estate a couple times.
Yeah, we looked high and low, inside and out.
Whoever was here got away.
I can't believe it. What are the odds? To elude you guys is nothing short of amazing.
You know, how's Sheridan? Yeah, how's she doing? She's been on edge lately.
Sheridan is sleeping.
I'll go check on her, make sure she's okay.
No, Louis, you don't want to disturb her. Just let her sleep.
Yeah, you know, that's right. I'll go in there, check in on her, give my wife a goodnight kiss.
Oh no, Charlie hasn't had time to get Sheridan out of the bedroom yet.
Oh, bitch, you're heavier than you look.
Wait, Antonio, stop.
That's right. You'll wake Sheridan up.
You know, I'm a cop. I'm trying to do things on the sly, okay? I can check on her without waking her, okay?
Louise, please. Please just let Sheridan sleep. She's been under so much stress lately, and those nightmares she's been having about clowns kidnapping her and stealing her baby, they've only added to her stress.
But I
If
just
you
wanna...
or Antonio wake her up, she's gonna be even more tense when she realizes that you didn't catch the person who's out to hurt her. She'll worry that this lunatic is still out there, and then she will never get any rest.
You're right.
Trust me, sleep is the best medicine for Sheridan right now. Plus, Beth and I, we just saw her. She is safe and sound. There is nothing to worry about.
Okay. Beth, you seem kind of nervous. Are you worried about Sheridan?
Answer me, David. Everything that you ever told me, is it just a lie? Our love? Our marriage? I mean, were we ever a happily married couple? Separated by my amnesia? Or is this all just lies of a drug addict?
Isn't it obvious to you by now that I belong with Sam just as you belong with Grace?
No. Why? I don't believe that Grace loves me as much as she loves Sam. And I'm sure that Sam doesn't love you as much as he loves Grace.
You were so wrong, David. Just look at the way they're at each other's throats.
Because of lies. Because we've manipulated their emotions with lies. Blackmailing me into lying to Grace that John is her son, that I'm a first husband.
Well, those lies have led to the truth, David. Grace has fallen in love with you. I don't know why you keep denying it when you can see it in her eyes. You are the man she loves.
Look, if you just give me a chance, I can explain this, Grace.
Oh my God, I've risked everything. My marriage, my family, my future, all for an unspeakable lie? Why, David? Tell me, why? Why would you lie to me? No woman would risk putting her marriage on the line by going away with another man unless she had feelings for that other man. Face it, Sam. Grace cares enough about David to risk losing you.
You don't know Grace, Ivy. She wouldn't go away to have a fling. She went away to put the past behind her, to help David see that their relationship is over for good.
Sam.
But Grace may want to see if she still has feelings for David on some level. But she wouldn't go away to have a fling.
Open up your eyes, Sam. That is exactly why she went. How can you even defend what Grace is doing?
That's just it. She isn't doing anything, at least not sexually, okay? Grace is too moral for that.
Sam, there's nothing immoral about sleeping with your husband. And technically, Grace is David's wife.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Okay. Okay, but ask yourself this. How would Grace feel if you told her you were going away with me, a woman you once passionately loved, so that we could have closure? Think about it, Sam, and be honest. How would Grace feel about that?
Congratulations, you two. Oh. I'm so happy for both of you.
Thank you so much, Liz. You've always supported Chad and me.
We appreciate it.
You know, if I ever had an aunt, I wish it could be you. You've become like family to me, and I appreciate it.
Oh, Whitney, I feel the same way about you.
Man, I wish Coach and Dr. Russell were as okay with me and Whit as you are.
Yes, so do I, for your sakes. But I wouldn't hold my breath.
You got that right.
Well, I know you're both concerned with how TC and Eve will receive this news about your getting married and moving to LA. When do you think you'll tell them of your plans?
Well, we haven't really thought that far ahead yet.
Well, I'm hoping since now Chad and I are getting married, it'll be easier for Mom and Dad to accept that I'm going to Los Angeles with them.
Yeah, you and me both, baby. Yeah. I know it's a long shot, but maybe her folks will see that we love each other enough to commit, and that I'm not trying to use her or anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, looks like we're about ready to find out. So Coach and Dr. Russell are home. They, should be in here any second.
You know, a while back, Grace wanted me to find a way to have closure with you.
Oh, even if that meant us going away together like Grace is doing with David?
Believe me, that didn't come up.
Well, I'm bringing it up now. Sam, would you have gone away with me to have closure?
The situation's totally different.
Different, yes, but not that different. Sam, I am not trying to hurt you. I just hate to see you being made a fool of. And as a woman, I can tell you, a woman doesn't go away with another man, especially her husband, unless she's willing to fulfill that role as his wife.
Look, I don't believe it. Not when it comes to Grace. Eve told me that they're in separate rooms.
So they're honeymooning 50s style.
Grace would never lie to me.
Whatever you say, Sam.
You know what? I'll prove it. I'll call Grace right now at the hotel.
David, answer me. David, is what you said about our past real? Or is it all just a pack of lies like your clean and sober act?
Grace.
Oh, you know what? Never mind. Because I know that an addict will do anything to get their fix, and the only truth you know comes from your needle. I'm going back to Sam. If he'll have me after everything that I put him through because of you. And don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you here to die like some freaked out rock and roller. I'm gonna call a doctor because you need one.
Just forget the doctor and forget about leaving. You aren't going anywhere.
Wait. Maybe we should just wait. Not tell Mom and Dad that we're engaged until things are a little bit more definite for us,
Whitney,
you know?
Whitney, no more secrets, all right? I want to be upfront with your folks.
Please, God, let them be okay with this.
Oh, Whitney, I have a better chance of praying for snow in hell.
I hope Coach Russell kills Chad. It'll save me the trouble getting rid of him.
Chad, what the hell are you doing here?
Daddy, I can explain what's
I want you out of my house and away from my daughter right now.
Beth, I asked you a question. Why do you seem so nervous? Hey, Luis, I'm sure Beth's on edge knowing that there's some crazy person out there hell-bent on killing Sheridan.
I just can't stop thinking about it and, you know, wondering what's gonna happen next.
Well, we're all worried about Sheridan, okay? Look, I don't know about you guys, but I could use some fresh air.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hear that.
Why don't you guys all go outside and I'll bring you something to drink?
You know, it really kills me we didn't find whoever's out to get Sheridan.
I still can't believe they got away.
Well, I think we should bring in even more security to cover the grounds. Set up a perimeter around the cottage 24/7 until we catch this perp.
I agree.
The more guards, the better.
How soon can you get the guards here? Here.
Shouldn't take but a few minutes. I want to give this creep another chance to hurt Sheridan.
I hope Charlie has enough time to get out of here.
What was that? Sounded like it came from the bedroom.
I'm as good as dead. Charlie's gonna get caught trying to kidnap Sheridan.
David, just don't hurt me.
Please. What are you gonna do? Just charge into their honeymoon suite like a raging bull?
If I have to, yes. She's going to be my wife.
Over my dead body.
Damn! Security guard by the gate.
Unpack.